How important is this election for you personally and for what you're doing in science?
So that's an excellent question. I typically keep my political beliefs to myself because our 501c3 nonprofit status mandates that I have that we are impartial and um, don't have any biases. So,
Why do you think that is? That sounds like a rule that was put in place, not recently.
so part of why I think that is, I would say, um, you have people from all walks of life who may donate to an organization. And if you have views that are on one side or the other, it can influence your donor base. So, part of my, I thought that was a small trade off to be able to raise the money we need without trading equity through a nonprofit.
Right.
Because, and at this point, I will say, I am my own woman as Hadiyah, Dr. Hadiyah-Nicole Green. And then I am the founder of a nonprofit with 501c3 status. So I'm going to shift and answer this question as a woman, not as the founder. I think it is important to have leaders in government who believe in science. That is on the ballot this time around because there are clearly people who believe in science and clearly people who don't. And anybody who's been awake and alive knows what I mean without me having to say more.
Right. Makes sense. If someone wants to be the next Dr. Green, what steps should they take? What talents should they have? What actions should they take?
So I'll tell you, and this comes from one of my biggest influences and biggest sources of inspiration. This comes from Oprah. Don't try to be the next Dr. Green. Just like she would say, don't try to be the next Oprah. Be your best you and show up on the planet with your authentic self, with the things that God gave you or Spirit gave you to manifest, and find out what inspires you. Find out what makes you unique, what makes you special, what things do you uniquely bring to the table that can make the world a better place, that only you can do, the things that will make you great. Because maybe trying to be the next me, you missed the boat. Maybe you're the one who's supposed to cure diabetes. Maybe you're the one that's supposed to cure coronavirus instead of giving us a vaccine. And maybe you're the one develops a cheaper, more accessible, rapid um, coronavirus test. Because I don't like the nose swab. I want to be able to spit in the cup and the color turn blue. So I hope somebody can come up with that so I can screen you at the door instead of these um, forehead temperature scans that I'm like, well, 4 to 5 people don't even have symptoms. So why are you taking my temperature at the door? That's the first. But that's just my opinion as a scientist. Uh, and so I want to, spit in the cup and have the color change if you're positive, or like a pregnancy test. I want it to be that fast and that cheap. So maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Not be the next Dr. Green. Be the
Right.
next best you. And if that means reinventing yourself, and some people may be too young, but like Mary J. Blige, she reinvented herself a couple times. If you
Yeah.
need to reinvent yourself, do that.
Mhm.
And but be your best, greatest self without, and the race isn't with your neighbor. Because there was a point when I was in graduate school and I'm like, man, all of my friends are already graduated. Some of my friends didn't go to graduate school and they're making 90,000 a year every year, and I'm in grad school making like 20,000 a year. And I'm like, it's not fair. And what happened over time, I still became the first of my peer group to win $1 million grant. So it's not about where you think you are in comparison to other people. If you focus on your own race and put the blinders on it and come up with what your goal in life is and just focus on that, that's where I think excellence happens, when you're doing what you were created to do. Whether that's inventing the next newest best internet or the next best cell phone, or I want to be able to hover through traffic without driving on the streets anymore. So
Right.
you know there are so many things that people can do, and I think people miss the boat when they're trying to be like somebody else. And
Mhm.
there are times, and to answer your question, because I know because of Michael Jordan there was Kobe Bryant, right?
Right.
And so let me give the more concrete answer of: do your homework before it's due, ask questions, pay attention, like literally be your best self, and make studying a joy, and learn everything, because I didn't just get all of what I'm doing because I was good in physics, but I also had enough understanding of chemistry and biology and problem solving and critical thinking and analytical skills, that all of that came together. And being able to make cakes from scratch and cornbread from scratch helped me be good with chemistry. So all of those life experiences, and I was just talking to a group of high school girls last on Monday, and I was telling them, do science like a girl. Don't try to be a guy doing science. Like there's this phrase like you fight like a girl, and then the cancer community starts saying fight like a girl. So I'm saying do STEM like a girl. Bring your love of color. Bring your love of of design and whatever, cooking or sewing. Bring all of that to the table, because maybe you like sewing and you may invent the next new way of developing new sutures that heal faster. Like there's so many ways to show up. So I am um I just want to encourage people: run your race.
Mhm.
But in the process, there is never a replacement for excellence. So, as much as you can, be the straight A student, but if you're not, study harder, study longer. And one of the things that my PhD advisor told me, because I was finding it hard to get through the problems, and I'm like, I'm not making the test, the grades on the test. And he said, well, how many times did you repeat the problem? I said, just once. And he was like, Albert Einstein used to do problems 20 times before he mastered the concept. Did you do the problems 20 times? Like, no. But I will say I started mastering the concepts after 12 times.
Okay. Okay. Smarter than Einstein. It makes sense. A black woman smarter than Einstein.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
not saying that.
that's awesome, Dr. Green. You're a real pioneer in what you're doing. Um, seem to have a great personality, beautiful spirit. We're totally behind what you're doing. We really, really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. And whatever we can ever do for you to help, we'll always be here.
Well, thank you so much for this opportunity. And I would like to ask everyone who sees this to please consider making the Aura Lee Smith Cancer Research Foundation your cancer charity of choice. We need your support, and we really can usher in a new era of how cancer is treated, but we can't do it without your support. We need your support. So I want to ask you guys to become monthly donors, even if it's $5 a month, at auralee.org.
Now,
Thank
where
you.
else can people find you online, Dr. Green?
Oh, yeah. So we're all over social media at Orally.org and at Dr. Hadiyah Green, and that's DrHadiyah Green, like the color. And we have Cash App and Venmo. You can donate your birthday on Facebook. You can shop on Amazon and make us your charity on Amazon. So you shop on Amazon or Amazon Smile, and they will donate for you without charging you extra. So that's a benefit. And when you go live on Instagram, you can donate to us there as well.
That's cool. I saw you guys do that when you guys went live on ours, and I never even knew about
Yeah, so we're official organization. We've been registering everywhere.
it. Right. That is too cool. Well, Dr. Green, thank you. We wish you the best, and hopefully we'll talk again.
I look forward to it. Thank you so much, Todd. I really appreciate this opportunity. This was an excellent interview. Great job.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. You made it.
You made it too. Team effort.
All right. All right, Dr. Gray. Have a great one.
Okay, thank you. You too.
Bye bye.